Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get a 100% SEO score for your content and actually rank your website higher. But very quickly, I'm asking you guys a quick favor. Can you go to the comment section down below and comment on page SEO 2024? That would help me out a lot. Right, now let's get into the video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to actually improve your content to rank higher in Google. This is going to be done at a page by page level. So what we want to obviously do first of all is identify any pages that aren't ranking as well as other pages on our website. Now, you won't need any tools. I'm going to be using a couple paid tools, but you won't need to actually use any. The only one tool that I will be using is the article builder. So if you guys haven't used this before, the link will be in the description. It's completely free to use. Click the link down below, and when you get access to it, click on file and then make a copy, and then you're actually able to actually edit the entire article or the Google Sheet. But let's actually get into the video. And very quickly, if you guys do struggle with ranking, or if you want me to help your website actually improve in rankings, head over to casualdash.com and fill in the contact form. Click on the big work with me button at the top right, fill it in, and I will get back to you. So let's actually take a look at a page that is not performing, right? So if I was to do, let's say, what are the best SEO tools, right? We could go to, like, let's say page number 4 or 5. And by the way, you can do this for literally any keyword that you want. So for example, if we were to do like 12 of the best SEO tools for digital marketers in 2024, what we want to be looking at is the actual structure of this page. Now, very quickly looking at the actual structure, it does look like it is, first of all, a little bit outdated because they're still talking about like moz and stuff. But if we take a look at the entire website structure, there's definitely like a lot of questions that's missing on this page. There are not that many subheadings either. Like if we take a look at this total subheading count, there's just not that many. Now, if we were to take a look at the position 1 ranking, right, which I'm going to assume is, it's Zapier. So it's Zapier that's ranking position number 1 for best SEO tools, right? Look at how many questions that they're actually answering within their content and stuff, right? So you can see, like, very quickly at a quick glance, first of all, their actual tools that they're mentioning is way more up to date. They're not mentioning moz, which, again, for any of you guys that haven't been in the SEO game for a long time, like, moz used to be really good. It's still decent on certain parts. Like the actual blog and the content that they produce is really good. I can't fault it, but as an actual tool, it's not that great, unfortunately. But as you can see, this is like a way more helpful article, right? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to identify these really good ranking content articles, right? So I would consider that the content that Zapier put out on their website is fairly decent. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the article builder, right? Like what I mentioned, by the way, at the start, you can get access to this completely for free. But if we go to the subheading grabber, I've coded something within the actual Google Sheet where it allows the Google Sheet to go to the URL that you give it, and it goes and grabs all of the actual subheadings. Now, I will say that for whatever reason, it's pulling in like some CSS styling, but ChatGPT is going to ignore all of that for us. But if we take a look at some of the actual subheadings, so like the best SEO tools, what is the best SEO tools, what makes the best SEO tools, how we evaluate and test the apps, the best SEO tools at first glance, best SEO tools for content optimization, so on and so forth, right? Now, we can also do that for like a couple of our other competitors. So again, I'm going to ignore Reddit because right now Reddit, as of recording this video, is just ranking for everything. It's not necessarily the content that's great on Reddit. But if we take a look at Gartner.com, And what I'm looking at here is the actual content structure. Again, this looks like more of a directory. So again, I'm going to ignore this. I'm going to go to backlinko.com. These guys, they usually have decent content. I'm going to assume that SEMrush is position 1, mainly because SEMrush recently bought Backlinko. So yeah, SEMrush number 1. Answer the public. Have they mentioned Ahrefs? They're not. Are they not mentioning Ahrefs? I mean, yeah, they've not. Right, they've not mentioned Ahrefs mainly because they've been bought by SEMrush, so a little bit of a bias there. But again, if I just copy that article, right, and what this will do is it's going to go and grab all of the subheadings on that page, right? So what I'm then going to do is I'm just going to copy all of these. And if we take a look here, right at the top, I've actually implemented the prompt that you actually need to use for this. So now what we can do is just head over to ChatGPT and use the actual prompt. So if we just paste that in here, and basically what this is going to do is it's going to create us a content outline for our entire article. Now, while this is doing its thing, I'm going to go quickly into the article builder and I'll show you guys a few different sections, right? So in the cheat sheet, we've got different types of articles. So we've got informational articles, we've got how-tos, we've got listicles, we've got product reviews, news style articles, FAQs, ultimate guides, and also service articles as well. So if you're like a local business and you're trying to rank for, I don't know, plumbers in New York or HVAC company near me, that's kind of considered as a service article. If it's like an ultimate guide, which is kind of what we're doing right now, that would be like more so like long form content that covers the topic in depth. Then you've got like FAQ articles where it's like a lot of questions. Then you've got newsworthy. So I don't know if you're talking about the elections happening in America, right? You might decide to create an article based off of that. So it's really important. Just take a look at the cheat sheet. I've documented everything for you guys so you can't mess up at all. Then you've got the end goal of the actual article. So what you want the actual reader to do. Do you want them to download a checklist? Do you want people to sign up to your product? Do you want people to fill in a contact form, etc.? All of the end goal attributions are there as well. And then you've got the tonality of the actual article. So do you want it to be informative? Do you want it to be conversational, authoritative, etc., etc.? So now that we actually understand the cheat sheet, right, what we would then want to do is head over to ChatGPT, and this will actually have our entire article finished, right? So this is all of the actual subheadings. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy all of the subheadings. I'm going to go back to the article builder, right? And where it says subheadings, I'm just going to paste that in here, right? And then we've got sources. So we could actually link to a source. So what I'll do here is if I go to Google, for example, we'll do SEO, right? And we will link to, we could either link to the Google documentation for SEO, or we could actually link to the Wikipedia page. And the reason why we're providing this with an actual source is because sometimes AI, not just ChatGPT, every single type of AI hallucinates. So you can ask it like, is this sky outside red? And sometimes it might say yes. So just bear that in mind with AI. Like, although I love it, you do need to fact check it. And this is one of the reasons why I always like to implement an actual source like a Wikipedia or a trustworthy link, so it can actually refer to that link when it's writing your content. And then we've got the actual article title. So we're going to go here and we'll do best SEO tools in 2024, right? And we will do that. Right, so this is almost ready. So now what we just need to do is click and select the article scope. So is it going to be informative? Is it going to be a listicle? We're going to do an informative article, and the tonality we want to be, we'll be authoritative for once, right? And then we'll just copy all of this. And again, the prompt is actually built in to the sheet for you. So all you need to do is just copy and paste that into ChatGPT, and it will do its thing. Also, one other thing as well is you've got possible actions for readers as well. So like, what do you want people to do? So you can just select that. I've just set it to the default. So click through to other related articles, right? So then I'm just going to click on go, and that is going to go ahead and do its thing. Now, one thing that I'm also going to be doing while this is doing its thing is we're going to also be grading the actual SEO score, right? So this is a tool called Phrase. It's kind of like a Surf for SEO equivalent, but this basically will give us an actual SEO score, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to fire in Best SEO Tools 2024, right? And I'm going to click on Create Document. And this is while this is actually loading, I'll explain to you guys what this is basically doing. This is kind of doing like the automatic way of what we've just done in Google Sheets. Obviously, it does charge. I don't know how much it is. It will charge you a little bit, but it's basically going to positions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, looking at all of the subheadings that they've got on their content, looking at similar keywords that they've got, and basically this is going to tell us which keywords that we need to actually include on our page. Now, we've kind of done that in a manual way with the article builder. This is kind of like more of an automated way, but the reason why I'm actually looking at this is because I want to see what SEO score we're going to get, right? So right now, the average, as you can see, I'll zoom in so you guys can see, right? The average is 67, right? So out of our competitors that are already ranking there, it's 67 SEO score for the keyword Best SEO Tools, and this is basically telling us which keywords we actually need to include within our content. It's telling us like how many words, how many headers, links, images, etc. Right? Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to first of all look at this website, which I believe was position 41, right? So this website is currently position 41. This is the website that we were looking at initially. So if we scroll all the way up, and if we just copy all of this content, and all we're going to do is we're just going to paste it into the tool, and we're going to see what SEO score it actually gives us, right? So as you can see, we've got an SEO score of 46. Bearing in mind the average is 67, so we would want to be in and about that. And let's see what SEO score we're actually going to get here, right? So this is all of our content here, and what I will do is I will just delete all of that. So we had an SEO score of 42, remember that? Now we've got an SEO score of 53, right? So we're a little bit closer to the actual average. Now, what we could do is we can actually copy all of these, and we can actually give this to AI. So what we'll do is we'll just copy all of these, and these are some keywords to include within our content, and we're just going to paste that in there. And now in some cases it's going to remove some of the content or some of the keywords that just doesn't deserve to be on the page. Like for example, audience for hair loss, it's saying we should include that, and I would disagree with that. But if we actually take a look, like there's a lot of content or a lot of keywords that's actually used throughout the content just straight off the bat. Like already we are in a way better position than what we were. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait a couple seconds, wait for this to actually finish, and then we'll look at the SEO score. So this has finished generating. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to copy this one last time into the actual phrase.io, and we should have a higher SEO score now. So let's take a look now. We've got 100% SEO score. That seems a lot easier than what I thought, but basically we've just been able to get 100% SEO score. Now, one thing that I would like to tell you guys is that sometimes having a 100% SEO score, it doesn't mean that you are going to rank for that keyword. Like, you might be lacking internal links, you might be lacking backlinks, but what I always recommend is make certain that you do everything well. Like if you know in the back of your head, like you've got content on your website that you uploaded 6 months ago, and now you are just way better at producing content than what you were before. Try to just implement that or improve that content. Like, this took me 15 minutes explaining it on a video. If I wasn't explaining, if I was like literally just doing it like as a mind-numbing task, for example, it would take me a lot less time. So just remember that, like, if you can, actually go through your pre-existing content and actually update it. Like, for example, this content, you could literally just, if the website owner of this actually spent like 10 minutes on this, it would be the difference maker of ranking position 41 and position like 8 or 9, because this website's already got a fairly decent backlink profile. It's already got a fair amount of actual articles, like they're talking about PPC, Google Ads, etc., etc. And if they were to literally just use the actual article builder along with actual AI, you can get a very quickly 100% SEO score very, very easily. Like, you guys saw, it took me 14-15 minutes. But that is obviously one thing that I would be doing, especially now that we are getting near the end of the year. If you've got any like roundup articles that you've done start of the year, they are genuinely just going to be outdated. So if you guys can start doing this now, you will be in a good position for 2025 as well. But that's been my video on how to get a 100% SEO score. Fairly easy to do. Make certain to check out the actual article builder. As I said before, it's completely free to use. I don't know why you wouldn't use it. And if you guys have enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. And if you guys do want a growth strategy call, check out casualdash.com and fill in the contact form. Thanks.